Welcome to Read Aloud. We're going to go ahead and get started. Our other reader, Judy Wu, is teaching, but she's on her way. I'm happy to introduce Georgina Dodge, and she's got a wonderful story that she's going to begin the program with, and I'll let her tell you a little more about the theme of the program. Thanks so much for coming out today.
Thanks, Donna. Thanks, everybody. It's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Let me get this situated so I don't have to sit forward and feel weird. Can you hear me okay? Wonderful, great. Judy and I got together and talked about this read aloud and what we wanted to read and how we wanted to be thematic. And, you know, you get a couple girls together and we're like, February, love, let's do love stories. And we thought, no, let's not. You know? And we decided to talk about a topic that's been of interest to me for quite some time. A few years back, I taught a course on the intersections of African American and Asian American literatures. And we thought, well, let's talk about that. And the reason we decided to do that, of course, you all know that February is Black History Month. We thought we wanted to tie that theme in with the fact that February is also the anniversary of the Day of Remembrance. On February 19th in 1942, that's the date that President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed into law Executive Order 9066, which authorized the relocation or internment of Japanese Americans in the prison camps. And so we thought, well, let's bring those two ideas together, sort of focusing on the intersection between African American and Asian American literatures and cultures. So I'm going to start off with a short story, and it's not a short story, it's one of those long short stories, but I think it's a very fascinating one. And one of the things that makes it so fun is it's actually set here in Columbus, Ohio. And it was written by a woman who has some history here in Columbus and in fact is taught here in the creative writing department a while back. It's by Nancy Zafris, and that's Z-A-F-R-I-S, and the title of the story is called Feeding the Stick. So how did I meet Mr. Hung of the Well Hung Express? The short version goes, his children liked me. The long version is, read on. First thing I'll tell you, I'm 31 years old, about to be 32 after the summertime. Born 11 October 1965. Put it that way, and you halfway through the particulars of a gravestone. Might as well pick up a chisel and find yourself some granite. Know what I mean? Here comes that feeling of time passing. Angie Nashton, born 11 October 1965. Make the rest of this story sound like an obituary. What's so funny in there? Excuse me, but I am being interrupted by someone old, don't know any better, piping in from the living room. She's saying, better get a date with a boy before you go sign your birth certificate. First things first. Okay, someone old from the living room, we get your drift. Now we've heard from my grandma, we can get on with this story. Trouble is, I'm one of these read-aloud writers, and she's listening in. I thought she was playing one of her solitaire games. Turns out she's spying. She's 80 and then some, so I guess she knows about old. She just wants to make sure she's in the story. There. Now, you in the story, go back to your cards. I'm in the kitchen, got to write in the kitchen so I can get up and fix myself something between words. I have a reason for bringing up gravestones, because that's what this story's got in it. You ever heard of anyone going grocery shopping for a gravestone because it's hungry and you got to feed it? And then you got to give it a telephone so it can make calls to heaven? And then you got to give it money so it can pay for those calls? You ever heard of something like that? Well then, sit back, because this story's for you. This morning, I'm in the Big Bear supermarket shopping for the gravestone, and I find myself thinking, I bet it'd like some fresh pineapple. So there I am, I've gone crazy. I'm crazy as Mr. Hung. Ain't just thinking about feeding a gravestone, I'm thinking about feeding it something fresh. Gone, 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 and goodbye. Been hanging out with Mr. Hung way too long. The fresh pineapple got a life of its own. It's jumping out of my hands and into my shopping cart. What can I do? I just shake my head, move on down the aisle. I pick up a raisin box and read the label. Sun-kissed golden seedless raisins. Anyone catch on, or am I the only one? Okay, one more chance. Sun-kissed golden seedless raisins. Give up? That's Romeo and Juliet for your information. It got the verse rhythm. Boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. 5 times. That's the Shakespeare recipe for a poem. That's when I get the idea. I should write this story down because I must know something good if I know about Shakespeare. I didn't even know I knew it. And then boom, it just hit me. Bah, I remember. Because in high school, I'm flunking enough to land me in summer school a lot. But I still be reading my Shakespeare, a play a year for 4 years. Romeo and Juliet, Julius Caesar, Hamlet, Macbeth, there you go. That's when I learned the way black people talk is just like Shakespeare. A fact I stored away until it came in handy right now. I was good in math too, except for the story problems. Train coming this way at 75 miles per hour, another one going that way at 60 miles per hour, where are they going to meet? And I'm saying, what's this story problem about? Why they want to meet? They're supposed to go to some city and drop their passengers off. Instead, they want to meet side by side so the conductors can stop their trains and lean out the windows and gab. Reminds me of the police. They should be going on their appointed rounds. Instead, they in some dark parking lot. They got their cars twisted around in a 69 like they in love. Excuse me, officer, I got a problem. Don't bother me. We in love, smooching through the windows. But I ain't the police, so let me start my story without making you wait 2 hours and a half. It starts out with me pulling down $60 a week in cash, working lunchtime delivery for Mr. Hung. Mr. Hung is the real thing, straight from China. His English sound like he's speaking Chinese. But guess what? I must be good at Chinese because I understand everything he say. And look like I'm the only one who can, so Mr. Hung stuck with me even though he go belly up with threats every time we make deliveries. He almost die, he's so mad. Why? Don't ask me. Mr. Hung a hotbed type born the year of the dog with rabies. Mr. Hung don't understand my little jokes because everything Chinese with him, even his English. So I just tease and tease, but I make my voice sober and polite. So he thinks I'm talking sense. Mr. Hung, I say, look at you. You ranting and raving and foaming at the mouth. You born the year of the dog with rabies. You got the hydrophobia yet? You scared of the water yet? Mr. Hung, is it time to tie you up and shoot you yet? Well, I guess when you got a lot to lose, you got to be an in-charge type, even if you turn into a ball of agitation with no friends. That way, you lose everything. You lose it yourself and can't blame it on the friends you don't have. That's why I am the way I am, carefree. I got nothing to lose, so I'm just like, come see, come saw. Anything goes with me. But Mr. Hung, he got a ton to lose. He got family back in China. He trying to run a business and talk business talk in English when he can't even do the normal talk. And then he got to be in charge. And when we're sitting in my neighborhood, he ain't in charge no more. You see where I'm driving? You ever hear real estate agents talk about location, location, location? We the location they talking about. The location to stay away from. I don't mean the city. Columbus nice enough, believe it or not, and not even our neighborhood. Just our little slice of the neighborhood, a long couple blocks of the Section 8 Housing Assistance Rental and Certificate Voucher Program. That's right. You want me to repeat it, or you already know what I'm talking about? Do I have to go into detail? Who you think is going to go out and knock on those certificate voucher program doors with paper bags of combination plate number 3 and say, give me some money first? Only one kind of person is going to do it. They own kind. Every day but Monday I make the deliveries while Mr. Hung, look at him. He watching me from the car in a fury. I only but stepped up to the first door, but already he frantic, brushing at his windshield as if some ant-sized piece of grime is going to obscure his vision of all my wrongdoing. Yes, I like to talk a few minutes to each customer, drum up business that way, personalize their orders a little bit. You want more sweet sauce for your egg roll, honey? You got it. I'm like the postman. Make them feel good. Come back tomorrow for more. Then I retreat to the car feeling fine about myself, and before I can even think about handing over the money, Mr. Hung in his car screaming, how, yap, yap. That's the Chinese recipe for murder in the first degree. Says he gonna have me arrested. Sometimes he's so busy screeching in there, he forgets to unlock the door and let me back in. And each time I say to him, Mr. Hung, you watching the same movie every day, rerun after rerun, and every day you think I'm cheating you. Now looky here, Mr. Hung, Every single day, Lady 501A takes the shrimp chow mein with the well-hung variety rice. She keep coming back because I find out she likes extra fortune cookies. The sister in 473 load up on the Empress chicken. Jewel Smith only used to suck on a well-hung egg roll, and thanks to me, I got her trying the sweet and sour chicken to go with it. And Mr. Howard going through all the combos in numerical order, which I know you don't understand what that means. But 3 out of 4 days, it comes to $87.44 when I get through with everyone. And when it's not $87.44, it's over $100 because I'm doing all I can to increase your business. And pretty soon, we're going to be doing over $200 worth of homey takeout thanks to me, and you're going to have to pay me $20 a lunch instead of $10. And then we get up to $300, you're going to have to pay me $30. And every day Mr. Hung be so furious, shaking his head and working himself into a thunderstorm while I talk, spluttering, no, no, no. Sometimes he'd just go on and yell at me in real Chinese, and I think, I'm just like family to him. Mr. Hung reminds me of the cowboy movies where they're hauling a wagon load of nitroglycerin up mountains and over creek beds. Guess who plays the nitroglycerin? Except he don't bother waiting until the end of the show to explode. He starts at the beginning and explodes all the way through. Mr. Hung is jabbering, give back, give back, give back. I see money, take pocket. I say, Mr. Hung, I got a quarter tip from Mrs. Washington, which I put in my pocket because it belongs to me. And he go on with his Chinese English gobble gobble, which only I can understand. No, 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 no make joke. Black people no tip. No, no, no tip. People no tip. Give back, give back. And then every day I got to say again, Mr. Hung, if that black person used to be married to your cousin, they might tip you. If that black person's your friend, they might tip you. If that black person know you working for someone don't show their appreciation, they might tip you out of mercy. By now, Mr. Hung usually be beating the devil out of his steering wheel, the windows all steamed up with the murder his breath be packing, the car rocking like hobgoblins grabbing at it with their goo, and me sitting there wondering myself how that rocking car looked to all the people come out every day and watch our show. They hooting at us from their porch stoops. Quick, look, those two getting in a humping before they slaughter each other. I could think about killing Mr. Hung and skinning him alive, but Lord, I couldn't even think about taking him into bed. I just take my $60 in cash and keep it flowing into the pipeline of my photography business. Oh, I knew that was coming. Someone too old to have sense chiming in from the peanut gallery. Someone who don't think a photo business a worthwhile pursuit for her granddaughter. Wonder who that could be. Okay, you there in the living room. Grandma, you listening? Now I'm going to talk about you. You happy? My grandma run the degreaser at Clark Gray Vault during World War II. They made landing mats for airplanes. You think someone like that might have more encouraging words for her granddaughter trying to run her own business. You way ahead of yourself, she calling out from her TV tray. You got yourself a cheap little camera. Now you think you in the photography business because you snap a roll of film. I'm trying to deliver her biography like she wants, and she interrupting me throughout. Later at Clark Gray Vault, she got moved up to paint dip. They painted the landing mats olive drab and then laid them out across the jungle. Got our own jungle here, she says. But paint dip better than the degreaser, I call back. Degreaser fumes knock you out, and then you fall in and get stripped to the bones. Happened more than once, she says. After the war, Clark grave vaults go back to its grave vaults, and she go back to the bathrooms. Got a job at the GM Turnstead plant cleaning their toilets. But now it all come home to roost in her Social Security check. $181 and change every month, and we look forward to it. Section 8, take out 80 of it. So there's your story, Grandma. The rest of the story is just about you playing solitaire all day and waiting for your drop soup to be delivered. Or you want me to mention them people in the soap opera you think is real. She laughing at that. Mr. Hung's wife get Grandma's lunch prepared special. Grandma take her rice soft and the egg foo young without the bean sprouts and the egg still dripping. And she get the egg drop soup to go with it. Oh, she loved the drop soup. Mrs. Hung prepare it free of charge, and my grandma in love with Mrs. Hung. Mrs. Hung write with Mrs. Hung and write her Hallmark cards even though they never meet. Mrs. Hung the opposite of Mr. Hung, that's all I can say. She must be born year of the nice little rabbit. Don't cause no trouble and look like she done breeding, which is the only drawback to rabbits. She don't talk either, just like a rabbit. And I bet if he be choking her to death, she let out only one little sound before she die. Can't nobody be like Mr. Hung and stay in the same room with him. That room blow up in 2 seconds. When we done delivering in Section 8, we move on to the Buttles. It's a building start out for senior citizens. Now everybody crippled and god-awful ugly live there, and they always milling in front, make the old people left scared to come out. Mr. Hung don't want to make eye contact with any of them, afraid he'd get a leprosy curse. The bus stopped right in front of the Buttles building, and Mr. Hung squat there in his car waiting for me. Someday he gonna get a ticket. Okay, I tell you something. I worried about the curse myself from one of them cripples. His name Mongy. That's not my name I give him, it's the name I hear people calling him. No way I would name him Mongy because that's the name I called my blanket when I'm a little girl. My Mongy get me through the night many a time right after my mama took off. So when I hear the name Mongy again and see that it's got what it's got itself attached to now, it almost makes me sick to think of something so sweet and so sour side by side and a little scared about what it means. Because first off, I get a Shakespeare poem come to me in a box of raisins. And now the double meanings start to hit home in the words Mongy, which mean both a blanket and someone nasty who don't have no legs. So somebody trying to tell me something. I'm writing it down, and when I finish the poem, maybe I start to see it clear. Mongy's legs cut off, like I said, but they cut off so high make you wonder if his private's gone too. He's always broadcasting commercials about what he's carrying below. He think he got more rocket ship down there. He talk like it a whole space station, just be needing a female landing pad. Every day I'm walking by, chicken and snow pea pods for 314, never say a word to him, but believe it, he calling out to me. I'm in and out quick as I can. 314's always got the money counted and laying next to her mailbox keys. It's here's your food and here's your money, and I don't stop to chat. So this day I'm coming down the stairs, and there's Mongy blocking the entrance as usual so he don't go unnoticed. Anyone coming or going got to pay him some mind just to get around him. And he makes sure he's outside so he can yell at people waiting for the bus, too. Mongy don't use a wheelchair. He's stretched out on a gurney, stomach down. Then he leaning on his arms with his head up, talking to his friends. I don't know how he traveled without someone pushing the gurney for him, because that gurney rides high, coming up almost to your chest. He's got a real Ohio license plate hanging from the back of the gurney. Almost make me smile to see him touching up the stretcher he call home. Then I see he's got a new decoration, a bumper sticker next to the license plate. It read, "Of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most." So maybe Mongy got enough there to have a sense of humor, or maybe he just nuts like the bumper sticker says. Mongy look over at me when I'm stepping around him and my shoulders is bunched up and my body steeled for a waterfall of nasty spittle, but it don't come. Nothing X-rated sprays my way. Don't tell me I escaped. I'm leaving here G-rated and dry as sunshine? I can't believe it. Mongy turns to me, says one word, and it about knocked me on my butt. Hi.